Do you know that a role player has more rings than Michael Jordan?
Prince on Ginobili, under on Parker. Here's Ginobili.
From being among the top 9 in the NBA with the most championships to facing tragedies of his own. In this video, we're going to cover why this role player, is the GOAT. Robert Kit Horry was born on August 25, 1970, in Harford County, Maryland. After his parents separated, he was raised by his mother in Andalusia, Alabama. Father, a military man, still stayed in touch, meeting weekly when stationed nearby. Even as a teen, Horry was special. Horry started 108 of 133 games. In high school, he won the Naismith Alabama High School Player of the Year award, a glimpse of what was to come. At the University of Alabama, Horry became a defensive force. He blocked 282 shots, a school record, and led the team to 3 SEC tournament titles. With Latrell Sprewell as his teammate, Horry became a cornerstone of a dominant college squad. He didn't just play, he impacted winning. Seven championships, 3 franchises, 1 legend. Drafted 11th overall by the Houston Rockets in 1992, Horry entered the NBA with something to prove, and by his second and third seasons, back-to-back championships. No other player in NBA history has won multiple titles with 3 different teams. Off the top of my head, I could only think of King LeBron James, who won 2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland, and another with the Los Angeles Lakers. But this was only the beginning for Horry. In a league dominated by superstars, Horry found his lane. He wasn't the highest scorer or the flashiest player, but when the game was tight, when legends folded or rose, Horry delivered. This wasn't luck, this was a pattern. Every team Horry joined, he got smarter, more challenging, and more clutch. Let's talk about the clutch G. 1995 Western Conference Final, Game 1. Horry drains a go-ahead 3 over David Robinson. 2002, Lakers vs Kings, Game 4. The ball finds its way to him. Bang! Game winner. Series tied. 2003, NBA Finals, Spurs vs Pistons. Horry scores 21 in the 4th quarter and overtime, including the game-winning 3.
Here's Ginobili.
Again and again, Horry answered in the moment, quietly, confidently, deadly. Let's put this into perspective. 7 championships, 3 franchises, Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Lakers, and San Antonio Spurs. A perfect fit on every team, countless series or screenshots. No other role player in NBA history has a resume like this. He wasn't just along for the ride, he drove the moment when it mattered most. As I said, this isn't just a hot take. Game film, historical stats, expert analysis, they all point to the same thing. Robert Horry is the most valuable role player in NBA history, period. I mean, this random averaged 7 points per game in his career, not for a season, but in his entire career. But in the playoffs, he somehow made shots that rewrote outcomes. Yeah, it was him. He didn't just play with legends, he helped make them champions. Does having more rings make Horry comparable to Michael Jordan? In some ways, yes. After all, people use the amount of rings a player has in GOAT debates. Jordan was the closer for his teams, so was Horry. The difference? One was expected to be, the other just became it over and over again. Horry had a legacy built on ice water in his veins. Horry didn't need the spotlight. He earned the respect of the champion. You can argue stats, you can argue minutes, but what you can't argue is winning. 7 rings, clutch genes, the winner wherever he went. Robert Horry is the GOAT role player, period. Years after retirement, he will return to the University of Alabama and finish the degree, proving he still finishes what he starts.
Smile on my mom's face when I actually went back to school and graduated from the University of Alabama.
Just as he completed that chapter of his life, another story was already edged deep in his heart. Robert Horry faced a deeply personal off-court challenge with his daughter Ashlyn, who was born with 1p36 deletion syndrome, a rare and severe genetic condition. He battled with daily respiration problems, seizures, and developmental delays. Despite these challenges, Ashlyn was a source of inspiration and strength for Robert. In 2011, he passed away at just 17 years old. Pain of losing her was unimaginable, but Horry channeled that grief into
My
purpose.
daughter was born with health issues. She had what was called 1p36 deletion syndrome, which is meaning she's missing part of her first chromosome.
In honor, he and his family founded the Ashlyn Horry Foundation, a non-profit committed to supporting children with disabilities and their families.
But when I retired, it's like, okay, what am I going to do now? You know, Cobra came in, you only had 16 months of that.
The foundation provided financial relief, spreads awareness, and funds medical research for rare conditions like the one Ashlyn fought so bravely. Robert Horry's impact isn't only felt through championships. It lives on through the love, compassion, and strength he shares in Ashlyn's name. Robert Horry is the go-to player, on the court and off. From clutch shots to compassionate service, he's shown that greatness isn't just what you achieve, but how you give back. So next time someone debates rings, remember, Robert Horry's impact echoes far beyond the scoreboard. I've learned one thing from Robert Horry, and that is lending a helping hand to those who need it. He assisted NBA superstars reach their dream of gaining championships. From that to even assisting those who need help fighting diseases, Robert Horry is truly the man. So we can learn that we need support, and we should give support to those who need support, just like the Ashlyn Horry Foundation. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more NBA deep dives, and we're calling the buzzer on this one. But hey, there's always overtime. Peace.
I always tell kids that I was the best player to sacrifice in order for a team to win, because a lot of guys don't know how to sacrifice their game in order to win. And that's what you have to do to be winners. You can be the top dog, the middle dog, or the bottom dog, but you have to sacrifice in order for teams to win.